Everyone, welcome to the next lecture on the CSIR NET February 2020. Today we will discuss about all those questions which is related to the real analysis with some shortcut tricks. How you can solve this within a 1 minute time period. Myself, Dr. Garg, work in the School of Mathematics, Thapar Institute. You can simply follow this link for finding the various shortcut tricks for the preparation examinations. So let's start with this question number 1. That is this ID is my 470, which is asked in the question in the paper. So you have to find the limit of this. So if you closely look about that, that is nothing but my Cauchy first theorem on the limit. So what is that? If you find the limit of this an, what is that limit is there, then the same answer goes for the limit a1 plus a2 and so on. That is the same answer is there. So if this is L, this is also be L. So if you compare them, what is that? This is nothing but my limit n approaches infinity n raised to power 1 by n. What is the limit of this? This is all know that this is a standard result as a 1. So once this is a 1, then you can see a1. What is the a1 is 1 raised to power here, a2, a3 and then so on. So the answer is my 1 is the required answer. So that's a simple Cauchy first theorem is there. Look about the second question are there. So how you can find these infimum and the supremum are there. Again, it's a very simple question about that. You can see you have to find the limit n approaches infinity for this an, but here you can see there is a negative, there are negative are there, and it's a raised to power n. It means there are the two cases, either n is odd or n is my even. So what will happen if n is my even? Firstly, so this number is my positive, so it can be written as 3 plus 5 over this. This number is my, so I can write this number as 1 by 4. This number is positive plus 2 by n. On the other hand, if n is my odd, then it will be my 3, it will be my minus 5 here. This number is negative, so minus 1 by 4 minus plus 2 by n. Now what is that? You have to take n approaches infinity. So this part goes to the 0, this part go to the 0. So what is the first limit is 11 by 4 when n is odd. This part goes to the 0, this part goes to the 0, so 13 by 4. Now you have to take the limit supremum as well as infimum. So minimum value is my here, so this is my infimum. So 11 by 4, 13 by 4 is the right answer. Look what the other one is there. Which of the following set is countable? So you have to check which one is a countable. So that's again very simple. So let's say the set of polynomial with the real coefficients. So they are not mentioning about the degree of the polynomial. So you can consider any of the polynomial. So say a very simple task is I can consider a plus bx, where a is my real coefficients are there, and we know that this is r is always be the uncountable. So what is the meaning of that? Once a and b are uncountable, so it means the set of the polynomial is also be the uncountable, but we need a countable. So this option is cancel out. Look about the second option, set of the polynomial with rational coefficients. What is the meaning of that? Again, we taken this same example, a plus bx, where a and b are belongs to the rational are there, and we all know that the q is a countable are there. So once a plus b, that is the coefficients a and b are countable, so it means the polynomial is also be countable. So this is the right answer. Also you can say a, b, c and so on. So a, b, c all are my countable, so the set of the polynomial corresponding to them is also be a countable. So since there is only one option is correct, so you can write as a B on. But how you can discard the option C? So you can see again C is the set of the polynomials with real coefficients. So I can say a plus bx, where a and b are my real and the roots are my rational. So what is the meaning of that is, if I consider this, what is the root of this polynomial is, that is minus a upon b, or what is that? I can consider root as a rational, so I can consider x minus 5. This is my root is my rational. If I consider this a, so where a is my real number. Again you can see this is my uncountable. So how many polynomials are there which is of this form? Since a belongs to the R, it is uncountable. So because of this uncountable, the polynomial is also be a uncountable. So again this option is discarded. Look what this next one is 2 cross 2 matrix with the rational eigenvalues. What is the meaning of that? If I consider this is my a and b are 0, and this is say my c, so clearly says that what is the eigenvalue are there. So eigenvalues are my a and b, so I consider this is my rational, and we know that this is countable. But if you look about this such kind of the matrix a and c does not depend upon this line. So I consider C as my real. So what is that? R is uncountable, and we know that once C is uncountable, A and B are countable. How many such pair of the matrix are there? They are uncountable are there. So it means this option is also discarded. So the right answer of this problem is my B. So this is the way you can simply solve with the help of one simple counter examples are there. Look about this one is there. So which of the following function is a uniform continuous? What is the definition of the uniform continuous? How you can check that? So there are the two ways. So I will tell you the shortcut tricks. So once you will take since it's a function of the x, you can take the limit of the function minus of infinity, and you can take the limit as plus of infinity. If it goes to the infinity, then it means this is not the uniform continuous. This is the first method. What is the second method is, if you prove that f dash is bounded, if you prove that this is bounded on R, then what is the meaning that f is uniform continuous. So this is the way you can try to prove this one. So firstly we will see what is the g of fx. So g is my here, this is my this, so it is nothing but my sine of x square. What is the gx into fx? It is nothing but my x square of sine x. What is the f of gx? It is nothing but my sine square x. And what is that? This is x square plus sine x. Now you can discard the option. So if you look about this first method, this is my first method. So what is the limit of this as x approaches infinity? So what is the sign of infinity is there? So it is not be there. So this is goes to the infinity, as so it means it is a not UC. This is again goes to infinity. This is not a UC. So it means these two options are discarded. Now about this, what you can do is you can see that f dash. If you calculate the f dash of this, what is that? This is a 2x cos of x square, which is not bounded because x belongs to the real. So it means this is not bounded. So it means it is a not bounded, then it is not UC. So this option is also discarded. What about this? If you consider the h dash, sorry, this is my h. What is the h dash? Is number 2 sin x cos x. What is that? This is nothing but my sine of 2x, and clearly says that what is the derivative? What is the this is always be less than 1. What is the meaning of that? H is a UC. So this is the right answer of this. So according to the first, again you can see also, if you take the derivative of this, again it is not bounded. If you take the derivative of this, what is that? It's a 2x plus of cos x. So this is bounded, this is unbounded, so the overall is unbounded. So it is unbounded, it is not a uniform continuous. So the right answer is my only C. So you can use either of these two methods are there, and then you can use these options. Look at the next one are there. So it's a very common question are there everywhere. Whenever you see the CSIR net question, such kind of the series will definitely ask in the net examination. So sometimes the people may say this is the reordering of this series. That also you can see. You can also solve this with the help of the reordering series, but I will tell you very shortcut tricks are there. Firstly, in this series you have to think about that which one is a common. You can see 1 by 3, 1 by 3, 1 by 3 is common. So I can consider 1 by 3 as a x. So what will happen? This series is nothing but my x minus x square by 2 plus x cube by 3 plus x4 by minus x4 by 4 and so on. And in this case, what is the common is 1 by 4 and so on. So this is my x plus x square by 2 plus x cube by 3 plus x4 by 4 and so on. So do you remember that any of this series, which series is there? Is the sine, is the cosine, is the logarithm, is the exponential? Always think about here. So what is that? You all knows that what is the logarithm series? This is nothing but x minus x square by 2, x cube by 3 and so on. And what is the log of 1 minus x? It is minus x square by 2 minus x cube by 3 and so on. That's over. Now if you compare this series with here, what is that? What is the x is 1 by 3. So I can take the value of x as a 1 by 3. So what is that? This is nothing but s1. And if you here, if I take x as a 1 by 4, so it will be 1 minus of, if you take minus as a common, it all are my positive. So it is my minus of s2. So what is that? This is log of 4 by 3 is my s1, and this is my log of 3 by 4 is my minus s2. So if you see that, it can be written as log of 4 by 3. I can adjust this minus will be here. S2 is log 4 by 3, S1 is log 4 by 3. So what is the meaning of that? S1 is S2 is the right answer. So always try to think in terms of the series, which is in the form of sine, cosine, and instead of the reordering the series. That question is usually asked in the CSIR. So look at that now. This is the part C. This is more than one options are there. So how you can solve this one? So it's a very simple question about that. So you can see my domain is 0 to 1 and it's a continuous function. Which of the following is necessary true? So that's a very simple are there. What is that? You have to firstly convert this integration to the 0 to 1. How you can do that? If you look about here or this, I can add the integration from t to 1 on the both side. So what will happen if you add this integration on the both sides? The left hand side is my 0 to 1 fx dx. It will be twice of here. That is the simple option about that. Now if you look about that, whatever the function is there, fx my continuous. So you can see fx my x simply. X is a continuous, you can consider the x square, every polynomial is continuous. You can consider the x sin x is also continuous and so on. So whatever the answer is there, if you taken as the x, it will be 1 by 2. If you consider sin x, it will be something. So that is a constant. So this constant value as say alpha. So it will be twice of this. That's it, clear? So what is the meaning of that? Integration of the t of f of x is nothing but my alpha by 2. That's another constant, say beta. So say this is my constant, so I consider this as my what is that? Beta is my constant, so I consider this as my constant is there. Now if you look about that, what are the options of this? Any of the integration is my constant. So what is the meaning of that? If this is my graph of this function continuous, from t is this is my 1. If you look about that, this is my any of the t. If you integrate over 0 to 1, that is my this area. The answer of this is my constant because beta is my constant. If you look about the another, say t is my from here, then your area will be like here. This is a constant. So if you look about this line, if you start from the t here, any of the number which are lies from 0 1. So say this is 0.1, say this is 0.4, this is 0.7. The area will be here. This is again a constant. So what kind of the function will be here? So clearly says that when you integrate this function, the answer will always in the form of, what is that? Answer will always in the form of the t, but the right hand side is a constant number. So what is the meaning of that? The integration is that the function should be a constant, always be, because the area is constant, the function must be the constant. So once f is a constant, then is the constant function is differentiable? Yes. Is the constant function is monotonic? Yes. Is the integration is 1? So f is a constant, so you can consider f is say my half. So is the integration of half is 1? No. Is f of x is always greater than 0 for the rational of this? That's not true because f is a constant function. So you can consider the constant function as say minus half. So this option is also discarded. So the answers are my A and B. So that's a very simple task. I can quickly recall that. You can simply add this integration. Why? Because we need an integration from 0 to 1 and then it will be a constant. So it means the integration of this function should be the constant. So it means, but the left hand side is a form of the t. So what will be the nature of the function? It must be the constant function. So that means the constant is a differentiable and mono. So look at the last question are there. So it is known that x0 is the solution of this. So what is the x0 are there? So it is not given to you. So I consider this as a B, C, D. What is that? You have to find the determinant of x0. It means our target is to look about the values of A, B and C, D. That is the only option about that. Now how you can do that? X0 is the solution of this. What is the meaning of that? A x0 minus x0 of A is my A. What is the A? A can be any one of them. So firstly our target is to identify that which is A is here. That's very simple. It's a 2 by 2 matrix. Either you can write as a characteristics equation or I can start from the trace. What is the trace of this? This is there. So we know that I can write as a trace of AX minus trace of XA is nothing but my trace of A. And we all know that what is the trace of the AB? This is same as that of the trace of BA. So I can write this number as trace of AX. So what is that? This is 0. So trace of the A. So it means that trace of the A is my 0. So which matrix has the trace 0? So you can see that trace is 2. So it is not the right answer. Trace is 2. This is not the right answer. So this is the right answer. So it means A is my 1, 1, minus 1, minus 1. Now rest of the part is very simple. You can take on this calculation here. This is 1, 1, minus 1, minus 1. A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D, and 1, 1, minus 1, minus 1 is here. Now if you equate the coefficients, now how you can equate the coefficient? That's very simple. So if you write them, firstly it will be B plus C. The first component is my 1. If you look about here, this is my minus A minus C. Then it will be my minus C, it will be plus D, it will be minus 1. Next one is, it's a B plus D. It will be minus A, it will be my minus minus plus B. It is my 1. And the last portion is again B plus C is there. Now you can see that from the first pair you can see B plus C is my 1. I need the value of AD and BC. So from these two you can simplify. What will happen? It will be D minus A minus of 2C is my minus 1, and from here D minus A plus of 2B is my plus 1. So if you simply add them, what will happen? It's this plus B minus C is my 0. So you can say B minus C is nothing but A minus D. Now I want the value of AD and BC. So B plus C is here, B minus C be here. So I can solve this. What is that? This is nothing but my 4 of BC. So it means this is 1 minus of A minus, this is my BC. Now I can substitute this value here. So let me clear this screen. So now rest of the part is very simple. You can substitute this value. So it will be my AD minus BC. So 1 minus A minus D square by 4. 4 it will be here. Now you can take this as a simplify. You will get as A plus D square minus 1 by 4. What is that? So this is A plus D minus 1. A plus D plus 1 by 4. So that is the determinant. Oh, I can take A plus D as a Y. So what is the meaning of that? Y minus 1, Y plus 1 over 4. So now how you can discard the options are there. So what is the conclusion is that you get the determinant. You get the determinant of x0 is Y minus 1, Y plus 1 upon 4. Now which one is option is the correct one? So let's say for the first part, if determinant will be 0, it means you will get Y minus 1, Y plus 1 should be the 0. Do you have the any of the value of the Y so that this becomes a 0? What is the Y is? A plus D, means your matrix is A here. So yes, you can easily do that if I take Y as a 1. So any of the matrix is there, that's 0, 1, any of the values are there. So you can say Y is 1, it will be 0. So this is the correct option, but we need a not. So it's a 2, so it means the multiply will be 8. So do you get any of this Y it's 8? Yes, you can take as a Y is 3. So it's a 2, it's a 4. 2 into 4 is 8. So this is also possible. Not possible. 6. So 6 4 are 28, 24. Is it possible to get a 24? Yes, it's a 4 into 6. So I can get as a 5. Y is equal to 5. If I take Y as a 5, Y minus 1 and here. So it means this is also correct option. So it means this is only the right answer. How you can discard them? It's a 10. So it means it's a 40. So how you can write that? It's a 4 and 10. There is no Y which is satisfied here. Or you can write as a 220. Again, this is not pair. 8, 5. This is not be there. So this is only the not possible answer for this problem. So the right answer is my D is the correct option for this problem. So this is all about this real analysis question. We will see about the linear algebra in the next lectures. Till then, you can simply find the playlist UGC Net channel name Dr. Garg, where you can find the previous videos related to probability, calculus of variation, complex analysis of the previous examinations, differential equation sequence series, and all about this in the playlist here. Till then, you can simply like and share and comment these videos. Best of luck, students. Happy learning.